Today is Saturday, September 14th, so it's time for another Weight Watcher meeting highlight. Today, the weekly is about Got a Carb? Oh, Got a Carb plan. They're trying to tell us that carbs are our friends. I know we've heard that over, and I'm hashtag SMAC strong. You need to go over to the Brat's page over at SMAC Vision, and I'll leave a link down below. And Sue, I call her Suesala, Sue Slims Down. We're in a challenge. Sue and I are in a challenge to see who can get to 100 pounds first. The Brat and I are just in a friendly little banter to get into the next set of numbers. So she's beating me now. She's pretty close to getting into the teens, because today I weighed in at 230.9 for a 0.5 loss, and that gives me a total of 73.3 pounds. She's lost 68.5, I think she said, but she lost 0.9 on Monday. Sue lost 4 pounds this week. She weighs in on Thursdays, and I weigh in on Saturdays. So for this week, Sue is the winner. I came in dead last, but I plan on changing that around next week. Also, if you could go over to, I'm going to put a link down below for Laineyslife. She's trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. She's so close. She's like this close. So go over to her channel and subscribe. She does a daily video. She is on Weight Watchers, and give her some encouragement. We had some good news at Weight Watchers, so WW at our meeting. Our coach had told us that WW has now decided to give out charms for every 5 pounds you lose. So 5, 10, 15, 20, all the way up. And then I guess there'll be a special charm for when you hit 25, 50, 75, and 100. But they listened to us, which was good news. That was really good news, because, you know, we all need that little bit of encouragement. I put my own little stickers in my book. I'm like a small child. I realize that. But it gives me incentive, and it lets me know how I'm doing. And I look back at my books. I've saved all my books. So I look back at them to see, because mine is to dream big, because I am going to dream big. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it to my goal. I know it. I've joined Weight Watchers many, many, many times, but this time I know I'm going to do it. I have no doubt in my mind I'm going to do it. So let's go over the card. It's got a carb plan? Well, then make one. Once and for all, let's settle the food fight. Yes, you can eat carbs and lose weight. In fact, many carb sources are rich in fiber and nutrients your body needs, which is why the 0-point food list is full of them. There's so many. There are so many. You know, you always think of carbs as like the bad things, like the pastries and the cakes and the pies. But no, it's your fruits and vegetables too, and those are good things to have. Which they said, that said, all carbs are not created equal, and eating more of a healthier kind helps you keep on track with your budget. Most people get at least, I think 23 is the least you can get, but 23 points. And that's what I get right now. And, you know, I find I don't have any difficulty reaching 23. I have pretty high point meals sometimes. But I'm determined to lose weight. And sometimes I got to go a little bit under the 23 points if I want to lose weight. But I will do it. I definitely will. Number one is to swap in healthier sweet stuff. How to pick. Just reach for foods with lower smart point values. For example, trade a sugary soda for a sugar-free soda. Instead of a cookie, try an apple. Try apple slices dipped in non-fat plain Greek yogurt with honey. Okay, you lost me on the non-fat yogurt, because I don't like yogurt. I do like apples. My favorite apple is a Granny Smith, and now the apples are coming into season right now, so I'm really looking forward to eating my apples again. I'm not a big fan of sugar-free pop. I would just as soon not drink pop at all than drink the sugar-free. But I do like my tea, which luckily for me, I don't put anything in my tea, so I don't have sweet tea. I just have black iced tea. Number two is play with the ingredients. Give yourselves permission to tinker with recipes. Mashed bananas can replace some of the sugar in pancakes, baked goods, and oatmeal. Spices do the same thing. Try cinnamon or pumpkin pie spice. I don't like anything pumpkin. I'm one of these people that's not jumping on this pumpkin wagon that everybody's so excited because the coffees and the creamers and all of that are coming out with the pumpkin. I'm not a pumpkin fan, not at all. I went one time to a party that she like a Tastefully Edible or something like that party, and she made all these little pumpkin things, and I ate them because I was being polite, but they were like, it was just. But see now and that was when I was heavy, and now I can just say no, I don't want them, but because they know I'm on a diet, and I know you shouldn't say it's on a diet, but you know what? Any plan that you're using is a diet. Even if you're the perfect weight, the food that you eat in a day is your diet. So don't think of it as a bad word. Just think of it as it is. It's your diet. Whether you're fat, thin, skinny, fat, whatever. Jim doesn't like being on camera. That's why I had to stop. But anyway, a lot of times you can use unsweetened applesauce too. But they didn't list that, so excuse me, I don't know if that could be used. And number 3 is discover all the 0-point carbs. They include peas, beans, lentils, chickpeas, plus a rainbow of fruits and vegetables. Pile them into a veggie bowl. Use zucchini zoodles instead of pasta. Try cauliflower rice. There's a lot of different options. A lot of the fruit are very high in carbs, but they're good carbs, and so you got to remember that. I will not be trying this recipe. It's a veggie pasta with lemon chives and goat cheese. I know I'm going a little bit out of order today. I'm a little confused on what I'm doing today. Jim threw my train of thought off. But anyway, so they talked about what is a carbohydrate. A carbohydrate is our body's main source of energy. If you cut back on all your carbohydrates and don't have any, you're going to notice that you're sluggish and you're just not feeling it. You're just not, because your body needs carbs because it's fuel. It's fuel for your body. And it comes in many forms. It comes in sugars, starches, and fibers. And the point is that you're supposed to make smart choices. Go for the good carbs, which are the complex carbs. When you're looking at things, look for complex carbs, like we mentioned, were the lentils, the peas, the beans, like red beans, green beans, black beans, lima beans. Any kind of a bean is a good source of a complex carb. Broccoli, spinach, squash, onions. You can go on Google. You can Google complex carbs, and they'll give you a whole list of them, because and they're so readily available in your stores, and so it's like there's not a reason that you don't eat more than you do. The bad ones are the refined carbs. That's not to say that you can never have a refined carb. You just have to figure it into your points. And if you've noticed that a refined carb is going to be high in points, and that was going to be your cookies, your pastries, any kind of sweets, your breakfast cereals, anything that has added sugar to it. When you're looking at a product, look at the ingredients, and the very first ingredient that they list is always going to be the one that has the most in it. And then as they go along, they're just going to hide some little things in there that you don't know. And learn the fancy words for sugar, because it just doesn't say sugar, it's dextrose, fructose, all of that stuff. They just kind of hide it. Try to eat more farm carbs than factory carbs. There are good factory carbs, like you get your beans in a can, unless you buy them fresh. So you can get your peas and your beans and things like that in a can, which do come from a factory. But I think what they're talking about with the factories, when they're talking about the donuts, the cookies, the cereals that have sugar in them, the sugary cereals, anything like that, pastries, that comes from a factory. If you do have the refined carbs, always remember to measure them out. They give you the points for them. They're very high in points, but if you measure them out, you can still figure them in. You get so many weeklies, you get so many dailies. You can figure them into your daily plan. You don't have to deprive yourself of them, but if you're getting low on points, obviously pick the smarter choice of picking the complex carb. Always go for the vegetables, the fruits, the beans, the whole grain bread, the whole grain pasta, the brown rice. You want to avoid like the white rice, the white bread, processed food, pastries, and obviously sugary cereals. There are good healthy cereals. I love Cheerios. All cereal has a little bit of sugar in it, but that comes back to the point that you have to measure it out and weigh it and count the points. A cup of Cheerios, which is a whole grain, but it does have sugar in it because it is a cereal and it is a processed food, is 3 points. But I can figure 3 points into my day, and I won't have a problem with that. And think of a complex carb as the fiber that puts the brake on your digestive process. If you're eating something that's high in carbs, of a complex carb, it's going to take longer for your body to digest, which in turn means that it's going to last longer in you. You're going to feel less hunger, and you're going to feel more satisfied. Whereas it's going to slowly release the glucose levels in your body too. How many of us have had, like, you're feeling really, like, I really got to have something, I got to have something. So you eat a candy bar and you get that really quick high, and then all of a sudden you crash and burn. It's because the glucose is not going to be handled properly, because it's not digested slow enough. It digests really quick because your body goes, oh, gimme, and then it just uses it up right away, and it doesn't take its time with it. Glucose levels will spike and then they'll plummet, and this process leads to more hunger and more cravings. And how I know that from my birthday last week, I had cake and ice cream. Sunday was very hard for me because it was still kind of like in my body craving the sugar, because the sugar just wants to stay with you. The sugar wants to be that friend that just will not leave you alone. It's just, we all have that one friend that's a little too needy. I mean, you love them to death, but they're a little too needy. And that's what sugar is. Sugar's your friend that's just a little too needy. They want to stick around all the time. And you just have to say to the sugar, you're a good friend, but not today. I had enough of you yesterday. And just have to remember that you can have sugar, just keep it in check. Reduce your intake of refined carbs will increase your appetite. And that doesn't make sense, I know, but if you don't have them, you're not going to crave them as much. And I think we've all noticed that we've done that. And always try to incorporate as many 0-point foods as you can in a day. And especially the carbs, which I said before, the beans, the lentils, the fruit, because it's always going to make you feel fuller longer. I know that was kind of quick and short and to the point today, but really, she didn't really talk too much about it. But like I said, the recipe, I don't think I'm going to try it because of the goat cheese. But I am planning on staying on track this week. I was happy with the half-pound loss. Obviously would have liked more. Who wouldn't? But I'm moving in the right direction. I'm going to get back on track, get in my challenge, get moving, and just staying on plan. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I do a daily vlog. Once in a while I do recipes. If it's your birthday, if you let me know when it's your birthday, I'll sing to you. If it's your anniversary, I'll sing to you, whether you want me to or not. If you let me know, then you're going to get a song no matter what. I like to do shout outs on videos for people that I support on YouTube. This is a great community, and there's so many people. I wish I could list them all every day. And also go to SMAC Vision and Sue Slims Down, and definitely go to Laineyslife and subscribe over there. And I will see you on my daily vlog. If not, I'll see you next week. And next week we'll all have a great loss. And we're going to be #SmackAlack and strong.